Alright, so this is a review on the album The Glory by Olamide. And yeah, let's get straight into it. This was released back in 2016. The artwork is very interesting because I don't know what the idea is behind it. Because I'm thinking, if it's The Glory, wouldn't you want to show face? But he's literally not showing his face. He's got a balaclava over his face, over his eyes, yeah, and he's covering his mouth as well. So I'm confused with what's going on. The artwork is dope. Like the artwork to the album is dope though. Like it's dope because I like the fact of trying to decipher what does it actually mean. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. Maybe he was, you know what I mean. He was just trying to ting and it just banged, didn't it? Or maybe whoever suggested it thought that would be a good idea and it just banged. Like I don't know. Like it is what it is. Yeah. Sometimes it's not even a thing where people think about things too tough to just do it and it just bangs. All right. And that happens, and it's sometimes like anyway. So there is I can't even speak properly. What is six? I'm trying to say 15 and 16 at the same time. Imagine that. So there is 16 tracks on this album. So there's The Glory, the intro, Letter to Millie, Journey of a Thousand Miles, Underground featuring Okuche. Then there is Pepperdam Gang featuring Davali. Then there's Lori Titiye. Then there's Grind featuring So Sick. Then there's Wayo or Woyo or Wayo. But yeah, and then there's Be Mine. Then there's Oliver Lonnie Glory. Then there's Omawobe Anthem featuring Burner Boy. Then there's the Owo Blow. Then there's Symbol of Hope. Then there is Who You Ep featuring One Day Cole and Fino. Then there's Sons of Anarchy featuring Burner Boy and Fino. And then there is To Baba Zone, which is a bonus track. So yeah, big up everyone on that featured this. It's interesting that Burna Boy and Fino have two features on this album. That is very interesting. I don't know if that was purposely or that's just the fact that the songs just fitted well for the album, so it just made sense. Um, yeah, so that's a good look. I'm glad there wasn't that many features because for me, when it comes to albums, I want albums where I want to listen to albums. Maybe it's me being selfish. I want to listen to albums where they you want to hear more of the artist. Do you see what I'm saying? And how they deliver and how they feel on certain. But don't get it twisted. There's some artists or some songs that actually do need someone else to make the song fit and sound right. Do you see what I mean? Like, not everything you can do by yourself. And it's the same thing in life. Like, whatever the case is, sometimes what you're doing in life, you can do so much by yourself, but then other than that, you need someone else to help you get with that particular situation, innit? So, long story short, it's nice to see the features in there. Um, but as usual, you know me, I take one song if it's in context or out of context, it is what it is. And that, yeah, I was gonna say grind, but no, I'm only just the song Symbol of Hope. Yeah? Because what really is a symbol of hope? Because you know when you're going through it, you're going through a tough, tough, tough time. You need hope. Where's that coming from? Like where? Now you can say you believe in God, so it comes from God. But let's say you do believe in God, but then you're still going through a tough time. Look, I've been there before. I got to a point where I totally dismissed God out of my life. I totally did that. I like, well, you know what? I'm going through this don't make no sense. So, like, why has God put me through this if He actually exists? Why? It don't fucking make sense. Do you see what I mean? Like, that was my mentality. I was like, it don't make sense. However, what I can tell you is the symbol of hope is. I'm not saying I believe in God now. Don't get it twisted. I'm more spiritual than religious per se. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm more spiritual, and I'm trying to get more inclined with. Um, Actually, you know what? Let me just say this: my spiritual journey is for me. Your spiritual journey is for you. Yeah, let's keep it as simple as that. You don't have to um what's the word? Explain your spiritual journey and who and what you believe in to other people. Yeah, you don't need to do it. Yeah, you may want. I get sometimes you want to give praise to whoever and what you believe in. That's fine, but don't try and enforce other people to believe in what you believe in. You see what I'm saying? Now, if someone was to ask you and they want to learn more, then obviously you give them guidance on how to learn more, but don't ever try to force them. It don't make no sense. Everyone's entitled to believe in what they want to believe in, or believe in things that they don't want to believe in, or don't want to believe in what they don't want to believe in. Do you see what I mean? That's totally up to them. Yeah. But yeah, symbol of hope. What does that actually mean? One thing I can tell you when it comes to symbol of hope is it's just being productive. That is the symbol of hope. I know it sounds crazy, isn't it? And it sounds simple, but you have to understand something. Because through your actions is where it's like, what? How do you call it again? It's the cause and effect. Yeah, you have done something, and that is gonna affect change or affect whatever. Do you see what I mean? So it's better to be productive. Like it's because imagine this. Everyone goes through good days and bad days. So imagine you're going through a bad day. Yeah, I don't wish this on you anyway. But imagine you're going through a bad day. But just imagine you're being productive with your time, regardless of you having a bad day. Guess what's gonna happen? The next day could be an even better day because of the productivity that you did the previous day, and that could and then the good days could continue and continue and continue because of the productivity in the bad day, even though the bad day probably was one day. Look, there's 7 days in a week, right? So imagine, let's say, I don't know, let's say Monday was a bad day. You're like, all right, cool. You're still being productive with your time. Then, secondly, what happens is the next day is Tuesday. Boom. Guess what can happen? You have a good day, but what you did within Monday, you see what I mean? You're reaping the benefits when a lot of stuff there. Like, it's insane. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, for example, I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, I don't know how to explain it other than that. It's sometimes some things are unexplainable. But I will say you still need to strengthen your mental health. Yeah, that is fundamental. Yeah, because once you strengthen your mental health, you'll be able to, you'll be able to not only able to deal with your emotions, your problems effectively, but you will be able to be productive. That's as simple as it gets. Because if your mind ain't right, in fact, what did Lauren say? She says, "How are you going to win if you're not right within?" It's as simple as that. That bar still lives true to this day. How are you going to win if you ain't right within? It's facts. So you have to be right within, but that comes with your mindset. Yeah, that comes with your mentality. You got to strengthen that. Yeah, strengthen it. Strengthen it. Yeah, this is how you're going to strengthen it. Click in the link in the description box below. Which is become a member of the Thealkebulantrust. When you do that, you'll get access to online courses such as Roles of Relationships. No, not that course, but you can do that course anyway if you want to. The course to do with healthcare. That's where you're going to learn all of that vital information there in order to strengthen your mental health so you're able to be productive, and that productivity is your symbol of hope. Yeah? And through hope, when you're grinding, you start winning. You get me? So if you've got any other suggestions, in fact, before we get into that, the link to the album is in the description box below. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Obviously, this really 2016, and the funny thing, maybe I got this wrong. I need to get this right. I don't like being wrong. I don't like being wrong. Yeah, 2016. But I can hold up. I can hold my own when I'm wrong. Yeah, I'll be like, alright, cool. I was wrong. Cool. But anyway, I was right here anyway. So this was 2016, and Olamide's he's been literally all over. Like he needs more recognition on his name, more respect on his name, because he's really been putting in the work when it comes to Afrobeats as well. Like simple as that. Like he deserves his glory and his praises. But anyway, the link to the album's in the description box below. Make sure you go stream that. Got any other suggestions or what to do next? Go ahead, leave it in the comment section below. And remember, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification because you never know, the video you suggest might just be next.